It's a very special pleasure to join these very distinguished members of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management at this 50th anniversary celebrations and the annual conference. The CIPM has established for itself in the past years a preeminent position as possibly the leading people management institute in Africa. And I recall your contribution to the national discourse on unemployment with the presentation of the results of the research on the unemployment crisis in Nigeria, and in particular, the practical and insightful recommendations that you made. We also note your white paper and the extremely useful contribution to the minimum wage debate, and of course, the very informed contributions that all of your representatives have made at the Quarterly Business Forum time and time again. But we must commend the founding fathers of this great organization for their farsightedness and ingenuity. First, for recognizing, even then, so long ago, that human resource management is indeed a professional calling with its own clearly defined pedagogy. And second, that they insisted half a century ago that human resource practitioners from all their diverse backgrounds ought to have an umbrella body which would define the ethos and the ethics of the profession. They were obviously right and prescient. Perhaps in this past 50 years, we have seen the evolution of human resources management to a distinct management science, with human resource development emerging as a fundament of economic development and its inextricable link to the overarching issues of human capital development, the political economy, and the overall well-being of human society. No sensible discussion of the economy and or its future trajectory can be carried on without acknowledging the centrality of the plan for the most important resource, the people. This great foresight of the founding fathers now challenges those who stand on their broad shoulders 50 years on to chart the path for the profession in its next 50 years. And this is no mean task. In a few short years, we'll be contending with having one of the largest youth populations in the world. We'll be the third most populous nation in the world. What sort of skills will these young men and women require? Where will they work? And already, we're contending with how technology is redefining the structure of industry and commerce and the skills required to function in them. But perhaps even more disturbing is the growing apprehension of redundancy of many who today work in the millions of jobs that may be unnecessary as robots and artificial intelligence perform the same functions far more efficiently and even cheaper. What will retraining this possibly redundant workforce entail? What happens to the pensions of retired humans when the majority of current workers are robots who earn nothing? How about the growing concerns about the work-life balance? What sort of work environment really makes for the most productive worker? Is it the formal workspace, which we're used to, or something less constraining, more flexible, as we're seeing in the new technology companies? Are we at the end of the 9-to-5 job as we know it, especially with the freestyle work from anywhere, so long as you deliver type of situation that we're having now, especially because technology encourages this flexibility? In any event, if that were to be the case, what will the new rules look like? What will the new rules of the workplace look like? What exactly is a living wage? What is a living wage today? How profoundly will technology redefine the way HR itself and HR practitioners deal with the core professional concerns such as employee engagement, talent retention, and competitive competition, and of course, developing leaders for the future. Today, recruitments and even complex talent fit issues are run on social media and machine learning innovations of every kind. Things, it appears, will never be the same again. The future, I must say, is excitingly challenging. But we're all confident that the talents in this room and in our nation can and are surely well able to surmount these challenges and to be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of the innovation and the thoughtfulness that will go into shaping the future of human resource management and development. The most important pillar in our economic recovery and growth plan is called investing in people. It is the third major pillar of our economic recovery and growth plan. Our focus is on human capital development, and that is unequivocal, because there's no question at all that our most important resource, the people of this nation, have to have a well-defined strategy and a well-defined plan. And our plan, especially with respect to education and healthcare, is one that we've spent a great deal of time working on, and we are, of course, in the process of ensuring that it is fully implemented. One of the most important features of that human capital development plan is STEAM education, not STEM, but STEAM: science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. The focus is on employability skills from basic learning, from primary school all the way up to tertiary education. But the focus on primary and secondary education is on employability skills, especially technology. So our focus is on teaching young people from the primary school, even pre-primary school, using all of the new techniques, especially code writing skills, software writing skills, and all that. The new technologies that are developing and all of what we're seeing today clearly shows us that the coming generation will be, anyone in the coming generation will be left behind if they are not at the cutting edge of technology, at least with a sound knowledge of technology. And we believe that our educational system must incorporate that, which is why a lot of attention in the new curriculum is focused on science, technology, engineering, and maths. Same with healthcare. The time and attention that we need to devote to healthcare is one that has already started. This year's budget, for the first time, we're spending 1% of the entire Consolidated Revenue Fund on healthcare, and that is in compliance with the Health Act. We have also moved up spending on healthcare by about 5 times what it used to be in previous years. But we're still very far away from where we ought to be. Which is why we are focusing on national health insurance as a way to fund healthcare. There's no question at all that a healthy people will surely be the kind of resource that a nation such as ours requires in order to make the giant leaps that will be required in the coming years. So it is really my very special pleasure and privilege to be here amongst you, but not just to be here, but also to congratulate you for the great work that has been done in the past 50 years, and to hope and pray that the next 50 years will be even more memorable, even more remarkable for the CIPM and for all of us who are here today. Thank you very much. God bless you.